in right quick. Now, from my understanding, uh, it was some needle and thread
It's coming.
that was used to sew his neck up after he was cut in the throat. Talk about that.
Okay. So after I went on the mission, I go to a friend house, a lady friend, Monica. You know who you are. I went to your house. We called Trent. So I don't do doctors in hospitals. I'm scared of doctors in hospitals to this day. And they had to stop the bleeding because I was dropping drops this big.
Yeah.
And so me, Trent, we got in the car. We went to 7-Eleven and got some alcohol, peroxide, um, needle and thread, which he had needle and thread. And we went back to the house and he proceeded to stitch it up. He put cocaine on it. First, I poured the rubbing alcohol and peroxide inside the wound.
Right.
I instantly had a bowel movement. Okay, because it was burning. I didn't know we couldn't do that. You know, back then we didn't have no clue. He was playing doctor. He was happy, and I was the patient, and I was happy because I didn't have to go to the hospital. So I poured this in, had a bowel movement. We got that out the way. Then he put cocaine on it, and he stitched it with needle and thread. And I'm talking about when I tell you he stitched it. This is the little mark that's left. This cut come from here all the way down to here. He tried to kill me, trust me. And that's all that's left. Appreciate that. Cause that look good right now.
So have you seen the dude since?
No comment.
Okay. So you were Truman Street OG.
Yes.
What came with what were some of the qualifications to be an OG?
Lead by example. You know, I wouldn't tell nobody to do nothing that I wouldn't do. If that makes sense.
Right.
So I led by example. I made sure the ones that I messed with didn't go without. You know, whether they had money in their pocket, guns in their hand, whatever it is. Yeah. I made sure that they had everything. But they had to go to school.
Okay.
Yeah, every one of them will tell you they had to go to school. They can fool with me after school.
Okay. Did you ever sell any drugs?
Man, I sold a lot of drugs.
What kind of drugs did you sell?
Cocaine, crack cocaine. I think they made a movie after us.
So did you ever have a job?
Yes. I was always pretty smart. So I like to thank my mama, RIP, but you know, she showed me better ways to do things. And yes, I had a cleaning service, nickel and dime here and there, just to keep people out my way. You know, but that came a little bit later.
Yeah.
Mostly I had the cleaning service and doing things like that to filter stuff money in.
Okay. So you've been on both sides of the spectrum.
Both sides.
Yeah.
And I've been successful on both sides.
Yeah.
I've been successful on both sides.
Can I ask you about the incident that took place with the 357 Magnum and somebody's mother's boyfriend?
Oh, well, he came in the house. I don't know what his intentions was. He come in, talk noise to me, had a box cutter. I think he was gonna rob me. So
what was he saying to you?
Oh, he was saying a little bit of everything. He called me everything but a son of God.
Did he say why he was there?
Yeah, it started off with me calling his wife a bitch.
Out of the name.
Out of name.
Okay.
And then it went from there to everything else transpired. I mean, I'm this, I'm that. He'll take this, he'll take that, he'll do me like this and do me like that. And I shot him.
Where'd you shoot him at?
I shot him in the leg.
What kind of gun?
357.
357.
Yeah.
Did you 357 does extensive damage?
Yes.
Are you aware of the damage that you caused?
Yeah. But I saved his life.
Okay.
I wanted him to live.
Okay.
Because he was in the wrong. It was one of the few times in my life that I was in the right on that side of the crime.
Right.
Because he came in my house after me. So
self-defense.
I was in self-defense. So I was in the right that time. And I was thankful that I did it the way that I did it.
Okay.
That turned out pretty good.
So what happened when law enforcement showed up?
Well, I got hit in the back of the head with a crowbar. My head pretty hard. So I got hit in the head with a crowbar. I had to go get stitches. And when they came in, I told him everything that I'm telling y'all. He came in, he charged me, he said things, he wanted to take my money, he wanted to do this, he wanted to do that. And I defended myself and shot him. And they wanted me to press charges against both of them, the lady and the male, because they wanted to charge him with robbery. And I refused to press charges because where I'm from, that ain't what we do.
Right. So looking back on it now, they always say hindsight is 20/20.
Right.
Would you have done anything different after the shooting as far as pressing charges, or would you allow things to stay the way they are or the way they were?
I probably would let it stay the same because now that you say hindsight, after seeing the prison system, I wouldn't want nobody to go to prison. Okay. I wouldn't press charges on nobody for them to go to prison. I wouldn't do it.
Okay, so let's use that as a segue. You mentioned the prison system, and you just did 7 on a 10.
Right.
What was it like your very first day in prison?
My first day, when I hit a unit, it was scary. And the reason why I say it was scary is not because I'm scary. I have no fear of nothing. But in this situation, I was going into a point that was blind to me. You had a lot of people on the other side of Fort Worth that I didn't know what had happened, in the gang banging days. So I didn't know if they was looking for me or what was going to happen. Yeah. And I didn't know who they were. And that was the biggest thing of being scared. I didn't know who was who. And
because your name was pretty big in the city of Fort Worth.
Yes, and it was big in that prison system. Yeah. And hey, a lot of people that came through that represented that Truman Street in prison, man, say I appreciate you because you made my time easy and you made it. I mean, man, I was treated like a king because of all the people that came through that system and represented that Truman Street. They kept it real.
How did you do your 7 years?
Well, I done them minding my business, staying to myself, spoke when spoken to, not being nosy, not snitching. When I first go into prison, all I heard was stories of how prison was back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like that no more. Prison is watered down. It's a daycare center right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing tough about it. It's nothing. Everybody's snitching. You know, it's different. When I tell you it's watered down now, it's watered down, and I'm probably thankful for going through it now than back then, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because back then, it probably would have been killed to be killed.
Yeah.
Here, it was just like a daycare because it's so watered down. They have so many rules and regulations now. You know, like you might have heard something like, oh, when you go to prison, they'll take your booty.
Right.
Well, they don't do that. Them people down there giving it away.
Yeah.
You don't have to take nothing. It's given away now. You know, oh man, they used to have this little thing that I heard, excuse my language, is fuck, fight, or bust a 95.
Okay.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
they don't have, that's not real no more because they have extortion laws.
Okay.
And you know, if you take something from somebody, that's almost a free world case now. Mm-hmm. So it's so watered down. You know, it's not like it used to be. I'm not saying prison wasn't tough at one time, but right now, as of today, it's not. Yeah, you have your fights, you have your little different little scuffles and stuff like that, but it's not like it was.
So,
you know,
what do you think caused it to be watered down?
well, because some of the high power people, like your senators and your governors and their kids, went to prison and they got messed over. So they made laws to protect them just in case they go back. You feel me? So yes, so they made it to where they can sit there. The white boys. Yes. Some Mexicans.
We are not racist.
Nah.
You know, we just stating the facts.
Yeah, we talking about the prison system.
Yeah. So, what did you learn while you were in prison?